Hey everyone, this is David Ellis and I'm here with Amy Kruzek. I am a developer at Onexxa and Amy is the head of the UCM community. And we will be talking to you today about some developments that are coming this year and what we're going to be doing in terms of our AI offerings for the general community, the wellness community, and certain niche areas. So what Onexxa is the no effort business fix. And so what we're doing is creating solutions for niche areas where people, really need the assistance. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is the software apps that we have coming out this year. And Amy, you have some of them in the community. So you want to talk about what it is that we're putting out in terms of the Spirit Pro app?
Yeah, we did have a webinar on the Spirit Pro app. So you can find that in the community. Sunday, January 26th at 3 o'clock EST, we're having a Nutra Pro webinar.
Yep, we
Yeah.
are. So what these apps do is they give you abilities and the ability to increase your income and your offerings to your clients. So we're targeting small to medium businesses. And what we're trying to do is give them the opportunity to operate as a large scale firm with limited resources because times are not getting any easier. So with these tools, you can actually operate um, pretty much on the same level as your bigger competitors, and we're advantaging these people in such a way as to make them profitable and survive in 2025. Okay, but let's not talk about it too much. Let me show you what the offerings are, and we will get right into it. So on screen right now is the Erudite Pro, but we're going to go through and we're going to go through this first app, which was released for the spiritual community. This is an AI powered app, and what it does is that it creates spiritual type assets or wellness assets, such as affirmations, visualizations. It creates meditation scripts for people who are in that niche, and they don't have to write those things from scratch or for themselves. They can actually create an entire document for their clients. So what this app will do is, depending on what the client presents, let's say you have a patient or client and who is presenting with a cancer diagnosis, this app will adjust itself and adjust all the assets that it provides for that client, right? And so for a lot of people who are in the wellness space, they need to know that this is actually available to them, and so that they don't have to continue doing things from a very, very difficult perspective, doing things from scratch. Okay. So we're just trying to create those kinds of tools for people who are like that. Amy, you've used Spirit Pro before. You want to give us a little bit of a heads up on what you used it for?
Well, I used it for personal use. Um, let's say for a revocation I may want to write about. It will write it for me. I just put in all the prompts that I want it to be about, and it'll just spill it out, and you got it.
Yeah, we want to be very clear. There's nothing like this out there. Okay. So what Spirit Pro it does is that it writes all the assets that you would normally write for clients. I have people who are nurses that are using this app, and we're offering these apps. If you attend our webinars, which will be every month, we'll be releasing a new app that is going to allow you to make more money. And the way you monetize these apps is like the Spirit Pro app, as an example. People will come to you if you're into the counseling space. You want to be able to generate handouts and so on at a very easy in a very easy way, so that clients don't have to be waiting for you to come back to them like a week after the fact, because you have to sit down and think about it. What this does is that you could generate your assets in less than a minute.
Yeah, and it's also for clergy to write sermons with.
Correct. So
Yeah.
if you are particularly in a particular religious environment, let's say you're a clergyman or a priest or a pastor, this app is your friend because it will correctly reference verses and scriptures from the Bible, from whatever holy text that there is on earth, any holy text that, and it doesn't matter how obscure or out of print that text is, we have it inside this app. So it will reference these texts, and it will absolutely give you situation specific, belief specific assets in under a minute. So that's a huge development for the wellness community and the spiritual community. Hence why we call it Spirit Pro, and we're really happy to be offering this. But Amy, you mentioned something, the webinar that's coming up is NutriPro, correct?
Yeah, but can I just go back to this? Pretty much all of your apps, it's great because you can edit it to how you speak too. It just gives you, so that so it has your feeling in it, right? I mean, that's what I've been using it for. So you can edit all of these.
You know, a lot of people tend to believe that that AI is generic, but what we're doing at Onexxa is giving the AI your flavor. So the more you use the apps, you'll find that your outputs are going to be sounding a lot more like you. Okay, so it's personalized to the user. Each one of these apps is personalized to the user, and you'll find that we have made this cost effective. All of our apps will have the same structure. There will be an upfront cost, which is a negligible cost. However, you are given credits inside the app. It's a credit-based system, so you use the app based on your needs and not on some standard flat fee that you have to meet every month. Okay? And that's what makes us a little bit different, because we're actually concentrating on the things that are necessary for people who are trying to conduct business in 2025. We understand that things are a little bit difficult in terms of financing your practice and so on. And we've just made it easy to access the right tools for the right job. Okay?
And also, when you join the webinars, you give them the Spirit Pro or the NutriPro, right? With credits already on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So you have to join the webinar to get, access to it.
For those of you who are listening to this, if we're going to be doing webinars every month, and if you want access to the app without any upfront costs of any kind, no matter how negligible, you just need to actually sign up to the webinar, come into the webinar, ask us the questions that you need to ask us, and we will give you access to that app for free. Absolutely.
Yeah. So give me an example of how many credits, like 10,000 credits or what? $10?
Yeah, depending on the credit system. The credits are actually very, very cheap. We made everything very, very cheap and cost effective so that everybody can benefit from this and everybody can upgrade themselves very easily. We have a lot of intricate apps coming out. Some of them you will not believe, right? But we're going to go through the first 4 that we're releasing for this month, for this first quarter of the year. We're going to be concentrating on 4 main apps right now. So for those of you who are watching this, Spirit Pro has already been released. If you're watching this and you want to get access to Spirit Pro, you could email me at info@onexxa.com. We're going to most likely be putting that app out as cost. And so if you want to get around that, please join our next webinar on January the 26th. That's 3 p.m. Eastern time, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so let's move on to the next app, which is the NutriPro app. And for those of you who are in the wellness space, this is an app that you're absolutely going to need. We went all out on this app. This is a nutrition app that is coded to be sensitive to medications. It's coded to be sensitive to your exercise plans. It's coded to be sensitive to your DNA results. If you have DNA results, we offer DNA counseling. I do DNA counseling and DNA screening myself. But this app, what it does, it's sensitive to everything. So it's very individualized. So a client can come to you, they can give you their specific needs, and you can output a nutrition or a meal plan, a shopping list for them, a recipe list, and how to make the foods that they need, and pretty much everything else, contraindications, as well as herbs and supplements that they can use in tandem with their nutrition plan to get them to the state of optimal health that they're looking for. So let's make no mistake about it. This app will make you the best dietitian and nutrition person on earth. Because we took the teachings from just about every nutrition approach that is out there. There's something else you should know. This NutriPro app is going to be referencing evidence-based journals like PubMed as an example. It will reference what it is that it puts out to you. It'll give you the rationale as to why this meal plan is best for you. And it will give you references from journals, from peer-reviewed research, so that you can go fact-check the app. This is not ChatGPT. This is not any of those LLMs that are out there. This app will absolutely create plans for you which are evidence-based, that your doctor will agree with, or whatever else. Okay? We also included a special instructions tab inside this app, which means that your nutritionist or whoever else, let's say it's your doctor or whatever else, if he has special restrictions that he doesn't want you to eat certain foods he doesn't want you to eat, it doesn't matter. You could put the foods in there and the app will ignore it. We're not kidding when we say that this app, we went all out. There's also an AI assistant inside there. We cloned a bunch of nutritionists. We cloned them into digital form. And so for those of you who want live answers to your questions, let's say you're in a restaurant and so on, we put that in there. This app is actually over the top. We actually overdid ourselves on this app. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's something you guys can look forward to. Mm-hmm. So basically what this app does, it makes you a nutritionist, a dietitian, a herbologist, and a naturopathic doctor all rolled up into one. Clients can come to you and say, I don't know what I'm going to eat today, or whatever the case may be. You get the information, you can plug it into that app. This app was for professional nutritionists at the beginning of it, but we're releasing it to the entire public, right? There are upgrades inside that app that you can look for. For instance, we have a health food store locator. So if you're in Bangladesh, as an example, or you're in Lahore, Pakistan, or wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are. That app will find places for you to eat.
Wow.
That are healthy. We have all those capabilities wrapped up into the app. You're never going to get to the bottom of all the capabilities that NutriPro is going to be offering you. Absolutely not. We went over the top. That was a long time in development, and we are putting that out there for you guys. Okay. So for those of you who are in the wellness space, this is going to actually help you all quite a bit. So Amy, we have this webinar on the 26th.
Yeah, Sunday, January 26th at 3 p.m. EST. And you have to sign up through the community, correct?
You have to sign up through the community, but we have an outboard landing page, which we're going to be putting in the comments below or above. I don't know, depending on the platform you're looking at. Please check it out, because this app is going to be pretty much the app that is going to help you make the most money in the shortest space of time. So please show up for that webinar, because if you don't show up, you don't get free access to the app. You're going to have to pay for it upfront. It's going to be a negligible cost. We're not trying to break anybody's spine when it comes to these apps, but what we're trying to do is give you guys an advantage. Okay?
Yeah, and for personal use too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very correct. So let's talk about the next app, LexPro. And so what that is basically a legal app. Let me give you an overview of what that does. That app is a lawyer and a judge and an arbitrator rolled into one. It gives you those abilities. That app is sensitive to different jurisdictions. It will give you the most up-to-date laws that are on the books and tell you what you need to know in terms of, let's say you have a situation or a case. It will give you the most likely judgment. It will act as a judge and bear the facts of the case. It will give you a defense strategy for court. It will give you a prosecution strategy for court. So whether you're on the plaintiff side or whether you're on the defendant side, it will give you both options. But there's more. It will give you the arbitration option if you're going the arbitration route and the mediation option if you're going the mediation route. Not only will it do that, it will pay attention because, as I said before, it is jurisdiction sensitive. So if you are in Pennsylvania, let's say, like, I don't know, right, and you want to know the laws of Pennsylvania for a particular case, it will output the laws and cite the particular laws for that state and that place. Okay. Now, this app was first created for actually my sister, actually. And I decided to market it and put it out there for the rest of the world. This app will save you thousands of dollars on legal fees, which is
Oh,
why you need, to show up to these webinars when they're happening, because this app will allow you to save a lot of money.
so it could help you write your will or
Yes.
your DNR, whatever, your health directive, because, doctors ask for that now.
This app, we also have a contract maker inside there. So you guys can absolutely create different legal documents as well. This is the kind of app that you absolutely need. Everybody should have that. This is not a smart attorney app. This is a attorney, defense lawyer, public defender, arbitrator, mediator, and judge app. So, and as I said, it's jurisdiction sensitive. So it doesn't matter where on earth you are, that app will absolutely give you what you need to do to become successful in your legal situations.
All right, let me ask you a question then.
Sure.
Let's say I got something in the mail that says I need to show up for jury duty. And will it help me calm my nervousness about it? Because, sometimes we're not in front of judges or juries or anything like that, attorneys. So can it help me say, okay, this is what they're going to ask you. This is, blah, blah, blah. This is, so you don't, have that kind of anxiety when you go.
Here's the thing. A lot of people are nervous about court.
Yeah.
But if you can simulate court in an app right before you even think about it, you know what's coming at you. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So who is this app for? It's for lawyers. This app you don't need to go to law school anymore. This app can absolutely give you a defense strategy if you happen to be defending yourself. It will give you a prosecution strategy if you're the plaintiff bringing a case against someone. You input the facts of your case into the app, and it will cite the particular laws and give you the strategies that you can use in court to win your case based on the rules that the judges in your jurisdiction follow for your case. Judges follow the law, so they have to cite the law. The app will reference the law, and it will give you the right strategy so that you can win your case.
Yeah, because it's a totally different language, isn't it?
It is a totally different language, correct. And a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know how to read the law, and a lot of people don't know how to interpret the law. And that's why we have judges and lawyers and so on doing it for us. But we all know how much lawyers cost. This app will give you an advantage. It absolutely will. And we stress tested that app in the most remote regions on earth. That app was stress tested for the Caribbean, remote little islands in the Caribbean. And there's another aspect. There's another thing that it not only was able to cite the laws, but it was also able to bring up the cases, right?
Oh,
Precedent cases that you could use to back up your arguments when you get into a court situation.
wow. Cool.
So we stress tested that app everywhere. So this app, you really should think into finding and getting. Everything that we're releasing this year is going to be gold. I'm telling you guys this right now. And so that is going to be released. I'm going to tell you right now that that app is going to be sold at some cost. It's not going to be very, very expensive. None of our apps we want to go over $100 US. We're not doing that. All right. We're targeting small to medium companies for a reason. So we're not doing that.
You get excited.
I believe this app is going to be a big, big hit with a lot of people. A lot of people have a lot of issues that are going on, especially in this litigious society that we live in.
Yeah.
And this is going to make a big difference for many, many people.
Oh, I have a question then.
Sure.
Okay, so does this Lex Pro, say I wanted to start a small business, an LLC, does it help me understand what it takes to do that? And
yes, it does. And we have many apps that are inside there that are plugged into the app that is going to assist you with your business. We have what we call smaller apps, that bonus apps that will help you write your contracts, help you brand your business, help you do your marketing for your business inside the app. But these are upgrades to the app, which you can absolutely sign up for. They're easy. And once again, everything is being done at cost.
yeah, awesome.
Yep. So that's the Lex Pro app. The last app that we want to show you is for the academic community. We call that Erudite Pro. And what Erudite Pro is, I consider it the unfair app. And I say it's the unfair app because I wish I had something like this when I was a student in school. What does this app do? It writes essays, entire theses, right? It can write you an entire MBA thesis in about 3 minutes? And not only will it write the entire MBA thesis, it will also give you the references, and it will cite the references in whatever citation style that you want, and it will do it 100% correctly 100% of the time. This app will write lectures, it will write sermons, it will write presentations, it will create presentations for you based on whatever you want to input. It will also find the citations and the references that you want. It will cite properly. Let's say you're in England and you're doing citation in OSCholar style, or you're using the Chicago style or the MBA Harvard style of citation. It will cite the references in whatever reference you want it to cite in. Whatever reference model you want to cite in. It will not only write argumentative essays, it will change the tone based on how you want to write the essay or the document. Here's the other thing that we put into that app. That app will write documents based on the education level that you are at. So if you are the bachelor's level, it will write you documents for bachelor's level with the correct amount of references that you need cited perfectly the first time around. If you are at the master's level, it will write you documents for the master's level. If you are at the doctoral level, you want to write a doctoral thesis, it will write the entire thesis for you based on the amount of words you need and based on the references that you need. Oh, which reminds me, this app will also create bibliographies, assuming that you've already done the hard work. It will create a bibliography and reverse engineer your document to create a bibliography cited properly in whatever citation style that you want it to be cited in. Okay? So it's like an academic app. All right. Go ahead, Amy.
For high schoolers?
Yes, it will write essays in high school version.
Okay. Also, here's my question. I can't think of the word. I was trying to look it up. What is it called when kids used to just copy things?
You mean plagiarism?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so this app will create original documents 100% of the time, all of the time.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so I know a lot of academics are like horrified to hear this, something like this exists, and they're like, no, we're going to know that that it's coming from an app. No, you're not going to know that it's coming from an app, because unlike the rest of ChatGPT or whatever AIs that are out there, we have something called a content spinner inside that app, which means that it will spin it and will absolutely change the tone and make it human-like 100% of the time. Yeah. So don't take my word for it. Try it out.
Yeah.
Go up on the webinar when we're running the webinar and check out what that app can do, because we have a content spinner. Because a lot of people say, well, David, this is going to be, obviously, if I run it through an AI checker, it's going to know it's an AI that wrote it. No. We combined an AI with a content spinner with a researcher, right? So we have a very smart LLM that we're using inside there, and we've mixed it with a content spinner. So every paragraph, every word, the tone of the entire document can change based on 2 clicks.
Oof.
Yeah, which means that it's not going to be detectable as a reference point. Now, I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want people to think that this is an app so that people in school can cheat. No, this was actually made for the professors.
I was just going to ask you if professors can use this and teachers.
Teachers can absolutely use this. Professors can use this. We're going to be using Erudite Pro specifically because this software can create documents that are thoroughly researched at the level of how experts in the field write. So it's not going to write like any particular person. It's going to write like you. But the arguments are going to be exactly what you want. And you know what? As somebody who's gone through many, many different schools, right? I have had to write a doctoral thesis once. I've had to write 2 master's theses, right? And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of work. As opposed to if I had something like this that could make that work shortened by like years, actually. So we're releasing an Erudite Pro. A lot of people are probably going to be like, yeah, wow, no. All right. But try it out, check it out. Whether you like it, whether you hate it, this app is going to be a hit. And guys, we're releasing it this year. I think that's one of the ones that are on the table that are going to be moving forward. So guys,
I have a question.
Sure.
Do all of your apps come in different languages, right? Like
yes,
okay.
Which reminds me, thank you. All of the documents that you are going to be able to output are going to be editable within the app. This is not ChatGPT where you copy and you paste it in somewhere else. We have a word processor within the app. So if you don't like the way the AI wrote something, you could either regenerate the entire document because it will write it anyway. All right, you could regenerate the entire document, put in your subject matter, regenerate the document, or you can write in your own edits right there and then. You could input pictures into the document. You can make changes. You can capitalize, bold, just like Microsoft Word. You will not need a word processor. These are for the students who are on a budget, who can't afford to pay for Microsoft 365 or whatever else. We have a word processor in all of these apps.
Nice.
Okay, you can output all, we made sure to be able to output all of the documents from PDF to text to doc. So you could output into PDF, text, or doc. Guys, we are coming this year and we're going to be helping niche people survive. And a lot of people need this kind of help. So every day I sit down and I think, where have I experienced difficulty in my life? Let me create something and put it out there to eliminate the difficulty for someone else. And I have been a student many, many, many times. And I can tell you that if I had this app, wow.
Yeah.
For those of you who are worried that, well, we don't know what kind of citation style this thing knows. It knows every citation style that there is. You can output into multiple different languages. You can now go to university in Spain, as an example, and write in Spanish. Okay? That is the level that we have put this app out. We want to make sure that you guys are very well covered. Depending, it doesn't matter what level of schooling you're at, this app will absolutely assist you. Okay?
Yeah, and just so everybody knows that you really do go at the webinar, you really do thoroughly go through it.
Yep.
For people. And, you can ask questions if you don't understand something or have an idea like, can you put this in there? Right? We always are for ideas.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because we tested the app with academics. We tested it against something called an AI checker. We tested it against a number of different things. And yeah, it's a pass all the time. So for those of you who are listening to this broadcast, who are thinking, yeah, we don't think that this app could do all those things. Well, you could show up at a webinar. It's free. You guys can actually get access to it and test it out for yourself and test out its capabilities, because we like the challenge of being challenged like that. Absolutely come out and try and test this app and see whether it does all the things that David just said that it does.
And the feedback is great.
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. So that's it. Oh, there's something else that I forgot to mention. Apart from the fact that there's a word processor inside that app, we also have the ability in the app, once again, to create special instructions to ask the app to leave out certain content or include certain content. Guys, this is the kind of thing that you want to have. These are the kinds of tools that you want to have in 2025, because if you don't jump on the AI bandwagon right now, you are going to be left behind. Because imagine if your competition has access to stuff like this. Imagine if your competition can submit articles to a local newspaper or a local journal, right? Every day for the rest of their lives. And you have to sit in a little office thinking about what to write. Okay? Remember that this AI knows just about everything. The amount of learning that we put into this machine has been unfortunate. Okay? We're not talking about one or two texts from wherever. We're talking about multiple texts. We're talking about millions of texts.
Yeah.
Right? Millions of texts. Okay? And obviously, we're referencing from ChatGPT as well, and OpenAI and all those LLMs that are out there. We are plugged into all of them. And so we're putting out apps that are super intelligent.
And it really does free up your time, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I going to do with all this free time?
I know. That's amazing.
The only person who doesn't have free time is the developer, right? Because the developer
Right.
is developing apps. Actually, that's kind of funny. Guys, here's the thing. So this year we're gonna be trying to help people uh, with their businesses, but we're also gonna be trying to help people in niche areas who actually need the help. Okay, we're talking about empowering people because the system, a lot of the systems that people operating are not fair. Okay, and it's accepted that they're not fair. So we're just trying to even out the odds. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? Instagram is not doing this, but UCM is doing this.
Correct.
Right, David? They're not giving away free webinars to come and, look what I made.
Which brings us to the next issue. Which brings us to the next point of the UCM community.
Yeah.
For those of you who need apps for your business and so on, they are free inside the UCM community. I'm going to say this loud so that you guys can hear it. community.universalcitizentv.com.
Can you take us there?
Okay.
Let's show everybody.
I'm going to try to open this community in
Oh,
but
yeah.
let's talk about it, Amy, and let them
Oh,
know.
yeah. Okay. So this is a social platform. And what's inside here is this group of people that come and just, want to join for David's software, AI tools and software. But we also have live certified classes that David teaches, that you, what is it? Counseling and Yoga Alliance is a couple of your certified classes. Yeah, so we have movies, like he's going to show us. He's going to show us everything that's in there so you guys can see it, because I'm a visual person and we're going to start something called a group meditation sessions, aren't we?
Correct. We are.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So for those of you who are watching this is the UCM community. This is a community of people who come together. And so we provide resources for them. What Amy was referencing before was the AI movers tools. Yeah. And inside here, we have access to any number of tools. These are free access. We have a content crafter inside here that will create blog posts for your websites. And if you have a WordPress site, it will change your WordPress site into a direct posting site, so you can direct posts to wherever you want to. We have a image maker inside here, so you don't have to pay to get images done. Okay.
Oh, I love that. I love that one.
Yes, Amy loves using this one.
I love it.
We have a number of other. We have a social crafter. It crafts social posts for you. We have a UCM video chat room, and what that is you can download the app to your phone. You could use the app online, and you can call other people in the community who are in the app as well. We have private classes, as Amy said before. These are certification classes. These are certification classes if you want to become a counselor. These are legitimate academic courses for you guys, and they're cheaper than what you would find outside. And we also have places where you could advertise your business for free without algorithm. So let me explain to you. Also, we have a bunch of products inside here that are free for you guys. If you wanted to learn about biohacking, that's absolutely free. You could go in there, spirituality, or whatever else. We have a number of things. This is an AI complete knowledge course and so on. We have a number of things that are inside here that are special interests for people who would like to.
And we have a movie room.
We also have a movie room where we show a few movies every once in a while in the movie room as well. And we have a streaming room where we will be streaming live podcast shows inside.
Like what, David? The unscripted show is coming back.
The unscripted show is coming back. We're going to be, Amy and I are doing a podcast called Unscripted. And we are going to be telling you guys a little bit about that in the future. For those of you who are wondering what it is that this was created for, this is a social media platform. It was created during the pandemic, and it was created because a lot of people were experiencing a lot of issues online with not being able to speak their minds and so on. So we created a space where people could sit and talk and have their words not censored. And so this community is absolutely open to people who are, um, well, tired of all the social media nonsense, because it's gotten out of hand with the social media companies, and we have decided to do something about it. And so we're promoting this community. Unlike social media companies, however, you can advertise for free in here,
Yep.
right? The community resources are open to you and is available at any point in time. Yeah, so once again, remember this: community.universalcitizentv.com.
Yes.
Okay, and so joining the community is free. There are no costs attached. The resources of the community are free, and so on. We only ask that you be respectful to members of the community. There's no attacking people in this community. There's no political badgering inside the community either, right? The community is just here for assisting people who
Yeah.
want to move forward in their life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And to
All
share
right.
your business. Yeah. Share your business, share your
Yeah.
knowledge, experiences, wisdom. We all have that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
So, guys, this is basically what we're offering. I'm just gonna just come back to Amy here. For those of you who are interested in joining the community, for those of you who are interested in what we're offering and so on, we want to let you guys know that, well, we're gonna keep releasing these apps.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. We're gonna keep releasing these apps. Some of these apps are going to be incredible. Right, stuff that you would not have thought of, that we thought that we listened to people, we took polls, and we got an idea of what is actually needed as opposed to what people want to sell you. I can guarantee you that these apps are going to be a lot more useful to you and a lot cheaper than anything that you could buy out there.
Yeah. They are.
That's the bottom line.
Don't forget that we're doing business webinars once a month too.
Yes, we're doing business webinars. For those of you who want to move forward in 2025, please join these business webinars, because a lot of people are in a stagnant state and they don't know how to move forward. And we not only can coach you on moving forward, but we have the tools that will make you move forward.
Yeah. And that's happening Friday, February 7th at 3 p.m. EST.
Yep, Friday, February 7th, 3 p.m. EST.
Yeah.
Okay. And we will be giving you all the link for that also in the description underneath this video. We're probably going to stream this video, so we're going to let everybody know what we're planning and where to find us when you need to sign up. For those of you who want more information about what we talked about, you can email us at info@universalcitizentv.com or info@onexxa, onexxa.com. Amy, do you have anything else that you want to tell the audience?
I mean, they can reach me directly at amy@universalcitizentv.com.
Okay. So, guys, this is the offerings that we have for you, and these are not small offerings. And from here on in, it's just actually going to get more and more incredible. We're very excited about this year, and we are going to make sure that you guys are adequately resourced in the future. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. And for those of you who are going to be watching this a little bit late, once again, we're hoping to see you in the uh, webinar that's coming up or the upcoming webinars this year. Okay, but we'll be letting you know what we're releasing before we actually release it. Take care, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Are you ready to transform your health journey? Introducing NutriPro, the ultimate nutrition web app designed to revolutionize the way you eat and live. With personalized meal plans, NutriPro tailors every bite to your unique dietary needs and preferences. Whether you're aiming to lose weight, build muscle, or simply eat healthier, we've got you covered. Track your progress with our intuitive tools. Visualize your development and stay motivated by setting and achieving milestones. Access expert advice at your fingertips. Connect with nutritionists and dive into a wealth of knowledge to tackle your dietary challenges. Join our thriving community. Share your journey, participate in challenges, and find endless encouragement from fellow health enthusiasts. Ready to transform your nutrition planning? Join us for our exclusive webinar on January 26th and get started with NutriPro today.